So let's talk about something that I think at some point everyone grapples with: finding your purpose. It's this big, almost mythical concept, right? Like there's this one specific thing you're meant to do, and if you don't find it, you're somehow incomplete. I've definitely felt that pressure, that nagging feeling that maybe I'm not on the right path, or that there's something more I should be doing with my time, with my life. It can be overwhelming, and honestly a little paralyzing if you let it. The internet is flooded with quick fixes and gurus promising to unlock your destiny in 5 easy steps. But if you're anything like me, you know deep down it's not usually that simple. Purpose isn't something you just stumble upon like a lost set of keys. It's something you cultivate, something you build, often through a lot of trial and error, a lot of introspection, and a willingness to just try stuff out. It's a journey, not a destination. And that's a cliche for a reason, because it's true. In this video, I want to break down a process, a framework really, that I found helpful in navigating this whole purpose thing. We're going to go through 7 steps. These aren't magic bullets, and they won't instantly reveal your grand cosmic design, but they are practical, actionable steps that can help you get clearer on what truly matters to you, what energizes you, and ultimately, how you can start aligning your life with those things. It's about building a life with intention, rather than just letting it happen to you. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive in. All right, so the first step, and arguably the most foundational, is self-reflection. If you don't take the time to understand who you are right now, in this moment, how can you possibly figure out what you're meant to do? Self-reflection isn't about navel-gazing for hours on end. It's about carving out intentional time to disconnect from the noise of the outside world and actually listen to yourself. What thoughts are constantly bubbling up? What experiences have truly shaped you, both good and bad? What are you genuinely curious about when no one else is watching or judging? For me, this often looks like journaling. Just a simple notebook and a pen. No fancy prompts needed, just letting thoughts flow. Sometimes it's a long walk without headphones, just me and my thoughts. The key is consistency. It's not a one-time thing. It's about creating a regular practice of checking in with yourself. Think of it like a mental inventory. What's working for you? What's not? What feels authentic and what feels like you're just going through the motions? Maybe you realize you're constantly drawn to activities that involve helping others, or perhaps you find immense satisfaction in creating something from scratch. These aren't necessarily your purpose spelled out, but they are crucial clues. They are the breadcrumbs that can lead you down a more fulfilling path. Don't underestimate the power of just sitting with yourself and asking, what's really going on in here? This process can sometimes be uncomfortable. You might uncover things you don't particularly like, or realize you've been living according to someone else's script. Acknowledging these things is the first step towards changing them. Once you've started to get a bit more familiar with your inner landscape through self-reflection, the next step is to really dig into your passions and interests. Now, these terms get thrown around a lot, and sometimes they can feel a bit loaded, like you need to have some all-consuming passion for astrophysics or saving the rainforests. But it doesn't have to be that dramatic. Often, our truest passions are much quieter, more subtle. Think about what you genuinely enjoy doing, what you're naturally curious about. What topics could you talk about for hours? What activities do you find yourself drawn to in your free time, even when you're tired or stressed? These are your interests. And some of these interests, when you explore them more deeply, might just blossom into full-blown passions. It's about paying attention to those sparks of enthusiasm. I remember for a long time I thought my interests had to be productive or lead to some tangible outcome. But sometimes, the things you're passionate about are just things you love for their own sake. Maybe it's learning a new language, playing a musical instrument, gardening, or even meticulously organizing your digital files. Don't dismiss something just because it doesn't seem important enough. The key here is to cast a wide net initially. Don't censor yourself. Make a list. What did you love doing as a kid, before the world told you what you'd be interested in? What skills do you enjoy using or developing? What problems in the world, big or small, do you find yourself wanting to solve or understand better? Okay, so you've done some self-reflection, you've started to identify some passions and interests. Now what? This is where setting goals comes into play. I mean concrete, actionable goals that help you explore those passions. Goals are like experiments. They test your commitment and build momentum. Each small win fuels the next step. Think of it as laying down stepping stones across a river. Make your goals specific and measurable. This clarity helps you track your progress. Chapter 4. Your inner compass. Understanding your values. Understanding your core values is crucial. They are your internal compass, guiding your behavior and decisions. If your actions aren't aligned with your values, you'll feel friction and dissatisfaction. Think about times when you felt proud or happy. What values were you honoring? Conversely, when you felt frustrated, what values were violated? Identify your top 5 to 10 core values. These are your non-negotiables. Use them as a filter for evaluating potential paths or purposes. While self-reflection is crucial, seeking feedback from others is equally valuable. We all have blind spots. Trusted external perspectives can be illuminating. Seek feedback from those who know you well. Ask specific questions like, "When have you seen me at my best?" Listen openly, even if it's uncomfortable. Look for patterns in the feedback. At this point, you've done a lot of thinking and reflecting, but purpose isn't found solely in contemplation. It's discovered through action and experimentation. This is where the rubber meets the road. Taking action means stepping out of your comfort zone. Think of this phase as a series of small experiments. Each experiment gives you invaluable feedback. There are no failures, only learning opportunities. Refine your search and redirect your efforts. So you're taking action, you're experimenting, you're learning. This journey of discovering your life's purpose is rarely a straight line. It's often a winding path with detours, setbacks, and moments of doubt. Persistence and adaptability are key. Purpose reveals itself to those who keep going. Think about anyone you admire living a purposeful life. Their journey involved perseverance and adaptability. Life changes, you change, and that's okay. Stay open to new paths and opportunities. So there you have it, 7 steps, or maybe more accurately, 7 perspectives, to help guide you on this journey of discovering your life's purpose. It's not about finding a magical answer that solves everything overnight. For me, it's always been more about building a life brick by brick, decision by decision, that feels aligned with who I am and what I value. It's an ongoing process, a practice, and these steps are tools to help you navigate that. Remember, the goal isn't to arrive at some final destination called purpose and then just stop. Life is dynamic, and so is our sense of meaning. The real richness comes from the exploration itself, from the learning, the growing, and the continuous effort to live more intentionally. So take these ideas, experiment with them, adapt them to your own life, and see what unfolds. The most important thing is to just start and to keep going one step at a time. If you found any of this helpful, or if it sparked some thoughts for you, I'd really appreciate it if you could give this video a like. And if you want to see more content like this about intentional living, productivity, and figuring things out, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And please share this with anyone you think might be on a similar journey. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. What topics are you wrestling with? What do you want to know more about? Your input really helps shape future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.